Alrighty guys, how's things going? This is my all OEM one that I don't know, I purchased a few months back. It ran, it was just stock. Let's see, well the cylinders, let me shut the temperature control off. This was it still needs a couple more treatments of the ultrasonic cleaner. Somebody put a repair thread in there and put it in on the wrong angle, and then plus it leaks compression out, so really wasn't a good. I'm going to try to get that insert out and fix that plug hole the right way, or at least a better way. And with it leaking the plug, it did burn a little bit of the cover, but when a cover's on it, it burnt through this top cover. I wished I had a better one of these. The only other high top cover that I have is OEM, is burnt as well, and somebody put black paint or something on it. But this one's in better physical condition, but it covers most of that up. But the handlebar and top cover and this cover is the worst of this saw. The rest of it's in really good shape. I'm assuming it's had a tank changed on it, but it is an OEM tank. So this is that 9-horse cylinder that used to be on that other orange one with the UFO pipe. And I don't know if you remember seeing any footage of that, but I said that I was going to pull that cylinder and piston off and put it down in my OEM one. And my original handlebar, that's not it, I think that's 3.5. My original handlebars broke right here, and it's all bent to shit. I dug around in my shed and I found this one that's actually fatter in diameter, and the bolt holes lined up. It's just a smidgen taller, and it had a weird stud right here. All I did was took it out, but it fits. I really like the way it feels on the saw, so I'm just going to roll with it. I really like that big fat diameter feel there, but I'd marked, this is the only one I've ever done this, but I was bored one day and I marked that cylinder so I could keep track of it. But I put my name, stamped it in I used the existing center A that was on the OEM cylinder, and then I just put my name around it. I was bored. I guess if anybody ganks my saw, you can actually just take the air filter cover off and see my first name right there. So I guess that's one good thing. But I just did that to keep that cylinder separate because things get so chaotic around here. I didn't want to lose track of what that one was. Shoot, I think at one time would I have probably 8 372 cylinders floating around. This is not an OEM screw on this side. This is the only thing that's not OEM on this saw that I can tell. Oh, and the boot. The rubber boot was broke for that, so I robbed one of my aftermarket rubber boots for the carburetor. And this is a brand new carb that Dub sent us that I had on that other saw, and kind of sentimental to me, so I transplanted it onto this saw. And the OEM carb that was in this saw will pop apart, make sure it's good, and we'll just run it on the other one that I give a lot less about. It's even an OEM air filter. We'll blow it off real quick. Just a second. Never fails. Dang compressor hates videos. So for the muffler mod on this, because I still have the UFO pipe. I'm Actually thinking about the flange is the same bolt pattern as the 7310 Echo. So I'm actually, and it somewhat fits in there. Actually thinking about modifying that and making that fit my Echo. But for the muffler mod on this, I used the OEM muffler, enhanced the original outlet, and then I just did a 1-inch outlet on the side. I almost stole the muffler off him, but I wanted to keep that saw all OEM. Even this piece is OEM. So I think that this feels heavier than the OEM one. But let's see if she'll snort up how she sounds. I did have it pop off earlier. I hope I turn it on. That is about all I want to run it, being this early in the morning or late at night, however you want to look at it. I'm going to open the door and bleed some of the fumes off. She's got a little different tone to it. Figured we'll cut with it and see how it does. Because the other saw that I had it on originally had a timing mod, and this does not have a timing mod at the moment, but that is the saw cylinder that put up the same piston and cylinder. I did change the squish just a little bit. She was sitting at 12 thousandths on this chassis, and I thought that was a little tight, so all I did was just swipe 10 thousandths off the top of the piston and made a 10 thousandths pop up, and it's sitting at 23. It's 23 thousandths squish now with no base gasket. And I just used that Hylamar blue to stick it down with. So I've got 3 saws now that I've used that stuff on. So far I'm liking it. So I'm really liking this to put the case halves together. Because if you run into a problem and got to get the case half back apart, it'll actually not rip the gasket. She'll just split back apart, and then it's got like a real tacky, gluey, fuely substance on it. But so there is my, I slapped a sticker on her, but there's my OEM. This is my personal OEM 372. We'll get some test cuts in it. I know already on that log splitting video or the video I put out where I said vote or whatever, a lot of guys are saying Huskies. Maybe we'll do one of these. Unfortunately, I've sold all my Dalmars. These 2 up here are not mine. I got to port this one. That one's already been ported and been ran on the channel, but it's been sitting for a year. And I got, I don't know what this thing, it says EA 7300, but it won't hold gas. It's got a bad gas tank in it, so I don't have no Dalmars that are personally mine that are running. So, but yep, I don't know what I did, but I got an OEM side cover for this floating around here somewhere too. I think it's right over here. It is chilly today. I do got the wood stove going, so it's a little smoky in here anyway, but yep. And it's got the factory little spike. I'm pretty sure that's the factory spike that matches that one. If not, I got mixed matched. Oh, it matches. Just doesn't have the holes in on this side. It's got an OEM part number on it. So stick my bar nuts on there so I don't lose them. But I would still guess this thing's in, even with a muffler on it, it's still up close to 9 horse, I bet. Sure, it's no less than 8.5. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of my personal OEM 372. It's not the prettiest looking one, but it's not in bad shape either. So I just know if I'm gonna keep one, it's gonna be an OEM one.